Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports?
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They'll begin by running here with Samuel.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
This defense for the Packers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Another carry for the wide receiver, Samuel.
They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Now a first down throw. Goff. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up second down.
The Lions are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Here's a give to Samuel.
Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing to start the drive. Brooks. This one caught by Isabella. So give him 5. catch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Brooks. His throw incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Brooks. He has it complete to Christian Watson. He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now Brooks to throw. To throw on second down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Brooks on first down. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanted to continue to go to the guys. Already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but Boylan's done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Brooks now looking to throw on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now Brooks on third down. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions
Lions are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Off play action. Here's Goff. He's got this complete to Williams. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2. Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 2nd down, Hill bulldozes past him. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Green Bay.
Off the play fake, Brooks. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit.
A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Lions have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Now a play fake here on first down. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure what you're doing.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Brooks.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
One of the selling points at the end route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
You get a guy that fast back there to receive punts. That's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
And this will be a touchback, no return from Isabella.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. Lions are going to take possession of the football.
After the interception, here's Goff. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half with the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, Goff. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that could save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He'll complete this one to Watson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jones is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far, even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. A handoff for Samuel. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Gone. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. That's complete to Dobbs. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 10, Rodgers dancing to his left.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And the Lions will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
The final shot before break here. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter.
Isabella not going to risk a return here, and they'll start at the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers.
He hits Dobbs on the crosser.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Here's Rodgers to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
Romeo Doubs is intended receiver.
And that'll make it third down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Rodgers again now. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Touchdown! Romeo Doubs, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The slot man in motion right. Here's Samuel. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is Samuel. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Play action. It's gone. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And
this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Rodgers going to throw. That one caught downfield by Watson. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 45 yards.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Lions 20.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And now the rookie's free. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now gone. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And again, it's Rodgers.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
At the 6-yard line.
Now Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Throwing is Rodgers.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
8 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Packers are on their way to a 2-0 start. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Samuel.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Gone. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Out. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. Square. 5.
Desperation time for Goff on fourth. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Again, Goff. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Hey, 5.
Goff on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers now to throw. Able to find Isabella. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Well, a free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And he lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. He's got room at the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Phillips now from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So how about this for a turn of events? They cut the lead with a touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff, get the football right back.
And what a swing in a short amount of time, because the momentum was totally against them. Now it's all in their favor. They've got a chance to go to the lead if they get the ball to the end zone.
Go!
Now Samuel. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
We go, 76, 12, value 3, 2.
Here's Goff. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On third down, Samuel, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
A loss of a yard. It's fourth down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming from the left hash. This from 37. And this one is right through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Back to throw, Rodgers. Quick slip, and it's a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Goff now to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
We're good. We're good.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. Now it's gone. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Now Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
Rodgers to throw. Watson making the catch. And he will get a good amount of yardage back on second down, but the clock still runs. Now Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. Pulls it in at the 13.
The Packers take over first down here at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. They'll go with Hill here on first down. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now.
There he goes left side. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for the Packers, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.